Hey guys, just gonna warn you right off with this video that it's not a regular training session. This isn't part of any of my programming or anything. This is just a random day that I went in and decided to dink around a little bit. This is kind of a limbo day between the end of my last training cycle and the start of my next one, which will be on Tuesday. So I went in and told myself, hey, you know, it'll be fun. Let's start off the workout with a couple of speed totals and see if I can improve from the last time I did this, which was probably 7 or 8 months ago. It was a while ago that I did something like this, but you basically take all 3 of the lifts and you try to perform not a max triple, but a top set triple as fast as you can, and record what your total is and what your time is, and see if you can beat it the next time. And so, I mean, this is something that happens maybe once or twice a year. It does not part of my normal training, and I don't really recommend it because your form breakdown is pretty significant over the course of the day. This was my last warm-up set. I had a 405 squat, a 295 bench, and a 535 deadlift, and the squats and the deadlift are about to get a lot heavier. The bench is about to get a bit heavier, but yeah, this was just something I did for fun, and don't know if I'd actually recommend it. So this is the 500-pound squat. And honestly, one of the things that was positive about today was that it gave me a chance to really look and see where my breakdowns were, as far as a lot of the time, if you're always prepping and doing singles and doubles and triples, you're watching the way that the weights work. But when you're really tired and you're going to something, your weaker muscle groups are going to break down first, and you're going to really see your imbalances and what you need to work on. And for this bench coming up, I put on 315. Normally, this would be a pretty easy press for me, but I let my back loose a little bit, and you can kind of see that I lose right there. And that first press, I tried to shake it off because I misgrooved terribly and was like, oh crap, these next 2 are going to be awful, but I have to try it for the triple. That's my goal. And you can see I lose all tightness at the bottom, and this last rep is just painful to watch, but I end up pushing it out. Please don't convince yourself that this is considered to me a good technical performance of the lift. It was pretty awful, but today was, this is the only set that I did at this weight, and the whole point was just to have a little bit of fun. So I finished the squat and the bench in about a minute, and had loaded up 605 on the deadlift bar, and realized when I got back there, holy crap, my hands are kind of throbbing from holding the squat bar on my back and then from holding the bench and having to balance and steady it, because it just did not feel as easy as I had hoped for it to feel. And so, getting ready for the 605, I was a little nervous about my grip, so I was paying more attention to the grip, and the performance of the lift itself was not as pretty, but 605 is a weight that I could pretty much pull for a triple no matter how tired I am, so that was good at least. Finished it out, and right there at the lockout, it was about 1 minute and 59 seconds. So I kept it under 2 minutes, and told myself, "Wow, that was probably a dumb idea, but it was fun, and I enjoyed it." So if you're gonna hate on it, feel free. I know that they weren't very pretty, but I'm gonna save my technique work for afterwards. It's just I came back to the squats and had 405, and I did some doubles. I'm trying out some Olympic shoes. Just watched one of the most amazing powerlifting performances that I've ever seen. Jesse Norris with his 1850 total at 198 in the USAPL, which is a drug-tested federation, and it's in my weight class in 198, and it's easily 100 pounds over my best total. So I just want to give him all the props in the world. That was an amazing performance, and I am absolutely inspired to rededicate myself, I guess, to all this stuff. My plan going into my next meet, I'm going to run another Shako cycle. I am going to add back in supplements. I've decided I'm going to start taking some creatine again, a multivitamin, a protein source, definitely some joint assistant things. And I think I'm going to try to run at least the first part with Olympic shoes and see if I can develop a groove, because doing these squats did feel like it was easier to get tight and stay in a better position. So I don't know if exactly what all that's going to entail, but I'm going to be working my my squat a lot in this next training cycle. I'm going to be focusing mostly on that because I know my bench is numerically my weakest point, but I feel like I could get a lot more out of my squat than I am, and so that is going to be the main focus, and my bench is going to be the secondary focus. My deadlift, I don't feel like it's lagging nearly as much, and so I'm going to put most of my attention. I did notice a couple of things in this, and looking through the rest of this training cycle, that my accessories are going to reflect. I'm going to do a lot more upper back work. I'm going to continue with the tricep work, because as bad as my benches look today, the 345 singles that I hit earlier in this week were very solid, and if I'm focused and fresh, I feel like I'll be able to put up a much better bench than I have in the past. So I attribute a lot of that to the tricep work. So thank you guys for watching. That's my plan, adding in supplements, hitting the Shaco again, really focusing on bringing up my squat and making everything look perfect. I really want to be technically proficient and get the most I possibly can out of my squat. So, yep, thank you for your continued support, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.